it's been a while. I got the new Linux Mint 21.2 and I've already installed this several times because I've tested the new version of Wine and it doesn't support my old ass graphics card. It's an MSI Radeon R7 370 and it may be incompatible with Wine versions 7 and 8, but it works great with version 6. Version 6 still does everything I needed to do. And the purpose of this video is to show you how to easily create shortcuts for Wine programs in Linux Mint. The first thing I want you to do is go to your home folder and create your own icons folder. Even if you already have a hidden folder here called icons, just make one extra folder, it ain't gonna kill you. And then pick any two icons you want on the internet, download them. Remember that Linux supports PNG format for your icons, so you don't have to use crappy ICO files. I'd like to show you what not to do before we get started. There's a lot of forum pages on the internet saying that you have to use backslashes for spaces, and they are actually correct about this. But I just want to show you what I got from a default install. Now you want to create these launchers fast and easy, but I'm going to show you what I got from the default install of a game into Wine. Notice the command line. From right here back is everything just referring to the Wine prefix. Everything from there forward is your actual path name to the file. Yeah, I don't even want to mess with this amount of slashes, it's scary. And plus there's a much simpler method. Let's just do that right now. In order to make a launcher for a Wine program in Linux Mint 21.2, I'm going to say specifically because I never got this to work in an older version, you're going to right click on the Linux Mint start menu icon and click edit menu. Click on games and then click on new item. I'm going to use Diablo 2 for an example. For the command, I'm going to just literally browse to the file. Now this is my launcher here. That opens my mod launcher. Now instead of clicking OK, I'm going to click on that line and go to the left side and type in Wine space. That's it. But take a look at this path name here. It's not too overcomplicated. It's nice actually. Now you want to click on this icon over here with the springboard. Click home and then click icons or whatever folder you made. I'm going to click open here and click OK. And this should work perfect. Let's give it a shot. There you go. Okay, I get into this, but it's probably going to make a lot of sound that's way too loud right now, so I'm just going to exit. Needless to say, this works. Now I'm going to do the same thing I just did for Diablo 2, but for Torchlight 2, and I'd also like to mention, I just copied these folders over from my Windows, the same exact file and folder structure they are in Windows. And that's my strategy for installing 99% of the programs I do in Wine. I just install them in Windows first, copy them over to Wine, everything's beautiful. Alright, for command, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to use my mod launcher for the link on this one too. Just type in Wine in space. Click OK. Oh, forgot the icon here. Okay, let's see if this works. Aha, what do you know? Okay, this one's a little nicer with volume settings. Just want to see if this loads and everything. Okay, great, it works. You get the gist. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of a lower frame rate in Wine, but that's because it's translating from DirectX to OpenGL. Okay, I'm making this little addendum here because sometimes when you add these programs to the menu, they don't work. I'm going to show you an example right now. I'm going to go ahead and add an icon. It's going to act like it's working, then it's going to blink and quit. There you go. Now there's a couple different solutions to this. One is to put something at the end of the command line which tells it where the program folder is. The other is to write a script. I'm going to write a script. So for this, I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to kind of cheat so I don't have to type this crap in myself. I'm just going to take everything in between the quotes here and copy it. So I'm going to need that in a second here. Okay, I should have just copied the quotes, I guess. Okay, but you want to basically copy everything from that line and make sure that it's in quotes. Then just type in Wine Arcanum. It's the one thing you can do in Linux that's not case sensitive. chmod +x arcanum.sh. That's it. Now I have to go back and get that menu entry and just point it to that script. Why do I have two entries for this? That's weird. Delete one of these. That's it, it should launch now. Attention dumbass. When you're writing a script and you're copying an executable line from your menu editor, delete the .exe. Should be good to go now. This is a cool little hack and slasher. I believe this came out in 2001. So graphics are pretty dated. It's DirectX 7, but I installed this custom patch called the
Madam,
UDP, which gives it a wrapper.
Way to Shrouded Hills.
It gives it a direct draw wrapper. And it runs in Windows and Linux both beautifully, as long as you have a good version of Wine that works.
To the bank.
Well, that's about all I'm going to do right now because I have a pretty new character. I barely have any skills at all. I just got my first little taste of loot that I've ever had in this, so I haven't even messed with it really that much. That's all this video is. I hope you're able to successfully make shortcuts for some wine programs, for some apps and games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.